Hello, hello, and welcome back to another energy reading for March 31st, 2024. We are moving right along. It feels like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this week, that we just came out of, I feel like there's so much that piled into it. There's just so much that happened, right? I don't know about you. Say something, let me know how your last week went, but it was a lot. I can tell you, to say the least. So energies are coming in. They are coming in. So I want to say hi to YouTube. Hello to Facebook. So again, if you are watching on YouTube, remember that if you wanted to comment, if you wanted to have your own live readings, I only do them at this time in the Facebook group. So the link is down below. But yeah, so those of you that are on watching live today, put in the comments, let me know that you're here. Let me know what you're doing, what's up. And yeah, so for those of you who are new in the group, my name is Tricia Schinkel. I am your Awakening Life Coach from myawakeningjourney.com. That is all the spiel. So yeah, like I was saying, like this week for me, experience-wise, it's been kind of just piled on. Like everything happens, feels like all at once, you know? And so I know that there's a lot energetically that's going on. Astrologically, there's a lot that's going on. I'm not, like I mentioned before, I'm not a big astrologist, but it interests me. And when things interest me, I dive in. I learn more and more about them as much as I possibly can as a mom, right, with a human life. But yeah, so what I've been noticing is, one thing is for sure, that tomorrow, April 1st, April Fools, Mercury goes retrograde. So for those of you that may not know, Mercury is the planet of communication, is the planet of thought, right? All this brain, upper body power, right? And when it goes in retrograde, basically when it appears to be going retrograde from the way Earth is viewing it. So it's on the other side, right? It seems to look like it's going backwards, but it's just going in orbit. So when it goes backwards, that kind of slows things down for us, thought-wise, energetically, communication-wise, right? That's when we tend to make more mistakes and say things we don't mean, or you know, feel like you need to like hibernate, almost like you need to go in a cocoon, you know? That's kind of what we're getting into now. So that plus the solar eclipse happening April 8th, there's a lot going on, right? So I kind of wanted to bring this to your awareness, just so that these are things that you're kind of focusing on, because if you're not aware of what's going on energetically, a lot of the times it's gonna catch you by surprise, right? So it's kind of like almost pre-planning how you want to kind of just like, I don't know if pre-planning is the way, but it's more or less just because you can't really control how energy is going to take you, right? But you can control how you react. And that's what I really want you to be aware of, especially coming up with Mercury retrograde going in tomorrow, which we're already feeling the energies of that. And then the solar eclipse, right? So depending on where you are, you may be able to see this thing, and it's going to be powerful. That's all I keep hearing from any source, anywhere at all. It is the most powerful thing. So what I wanted to do was, of course, crystals are my go-to when I want to balance my energies, and I make my own bracelets. So the featured bracelet of this week is going to be lava stone and redonchrosite. Redonchrosite? It's hard to say, but it's this pink and black. It's kind of like, oh, I love, love, love it. These are now, okay, lava stone, very powerful. If you think of it, it's lava dried up, right? Lava, it's potent, it's powerful, it's explosive, right? When it first erupts. But when it's dried as a stone, it carries a little bit more different energy. So I have the descriptions here for this bracelet that we're featuring this week. Is lava stone. It has multiple properties. So it's going to be bringing in emotional tranquility, relaxation, a sense of calmness, that's going to be big for the week coming up, right? And the next week's coming up. It gives you strength and courage and allows you to be stable through times of change. And we've got a lot of change coming up, guys. So it provides guidance and understanding in situations where you may need to bounce back. That's interesting. So yeah, lava stone, love it, love it. And you know what's really good about lava stone is that you can put essential oils on it, right? And it'll just kind of soak it up. The only thing is when I when I put essential oils on it, don't mix them. Don't mix them because it's not going to be good. It depends on what you're mixing, right? So, and then the redonkochrosite, I can never say that, the pink stuff here. So that opens your heart, okay? So you think of it, if you're going introspect and you want, you know, you need to open your heart, just to even get in contact with you, right? It lifts you out of depression, encourages positive, cheerful outlook. It improves self-worth, soothes emotional stress. That's big, right? Especially with the next couple of weeks coming up. It encourages you to have a positive attitude and creative innovation and enhances your dream state. So that's pretty cool. So this is our feature bracelet for this week. Energies, they're all coming in, right? They're all coming in. And it's just basically what I wanted to find out with today's reading is how we can best navigate these energies that are coming in, because they are potent, they are powerful. I don't know about you, but I am an empath. I feel everything, right? And it's a good thing. It really is. It's basically, you know, being an empath, I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, but you take on a lot, right? And you may not even realize it until it's overwhelming and then it's too much. And then you're like, okay, well, I gotta unload, right? Well, taking time to ground is definitely the most important thing. So grounding in nature, getting out, getting your hands dirty, getting in the garden, pulling out some weeds out of the grass, right? Just kind of getting to that place where you get to that tranquility. You allow your soul to speak, right? So I feel like that's something that's very important this week that we need to kind of let us shine through, is to allow your soul to open up and shine through. Because a lot of the times it's our human mind that's taking over and getting in the way and being too loud and too noisy and telling you, you should do this, you should do that. But really, it's being busy is what's keeping you distracted from hearing the inner voices, right? How often are you distracted with the outer world that you haven't had a chance to get to the inner world? So it's hard to explore that if you don't have a practice that helps you take you into that place, right? So I'm going to take you all through a grounding meditation. It's always good. So if you're not doing this on the daily, at least you're doing this weekly with me, right? So let's go ahead, get into that comfortable position. If you're sitting, you can put your feet on the floor, close your eyes. Let's ground together. So let's bring our awareness to the crown, to the top of our head, and then do a body scan. As you're scanning your body, I want you to breathe in. Breath is what connects you to source, right? So as you're breathing, as you're scanning, just pay attention to what you are finding in your body. Just breathe deeply. Whatever you're finding, just pay attention to and just notice it, and then let it go. And then move down into your shoulders, into your chest. Just keep breathing deeply and get that breath. Fill up your lungs. Bring your awareness now down to your solar plexus, down to sacral, into your abdomen. Bringing that awareness now into your hips and into your root chakra. Allowing whatever needs to come, let it be shown to you. Notice it, and then move on down. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, soften your forehead. And then move the awareness down to your knees. Now down to your ankles and to your feet. Now anything that you don't need anymore, ask to be rooted out, to be grounded out through your feet. Now I want you to drop those grounding cords through the floor, through the ground, into the bedrocks, to the soil, all the way down to the core of the earth. Drop those grounding cords. You can vision them as cords, or you can envision them as roots growing, expanding, connecting to the earth's energy. Really, really tune in to the beat of the earth. Notice the pulsation right now. Notice the healing that it provides. Just notice it. Now bring that energy back up the roots, back up to your feet, back up to your knees, into your hips, into your abdomen. Bring that energy back up into your solar plexus, into your heart, to your shoulders, down your arms, and through your hands. Let's activate those chakras in your hands. Now move that energy up through your throat, into your head, and out through the crown. Now we're going to ask for the pillar of white light, that column of white light above you, to come down and engulf you, completely cover you from head to toe. And you'll see the melding of the energies of the earth and up high, as below, so above. Just sit in that for a moment. Just breathe into that. Be in this energy, this soft, safe energies. All right, now I want you to bring your awareness back to the room, back to your body, back to where you are. Bring your awareness back into yourself, and then you can open your eyes when you're ready. Take a moment, settle in. Grounding is so powerful. Like just after that, I feel so like settled. That's like the best way to put it, right? But yeah, so I hope that these help you. Hi Kim, thanks so much for coming on. I hope these weekly meditations, these kind of tune-ins, is something that really enhances your day. And that's the whole perspective of it, right? Like that's what I want to do for you. That's what I want to give you through these videos, right? So, I mean, the fact that we're feeling so much right now, especially with these outer energies, the inner world is going to be feeling a lot, right? So I want to know from the universal energies, what do we do? What do we need to do to balance this within ourselves? I think I just answered it. You just need to balance it. And balancing energies is a lot easier than you may think. Because if we have a story about energies that it is hard to balance, then it will be, right? But if we have a story about energies that we're like, you know what, it's easy to do, I can balance it quickly and I can move on, right? It's all about those mind stories that we're telling ourselves, that we are buying into and we're believing, right? Those are so powerful. And that's why affirmations are really powerful when you believe in them. When you believe that they work, they will. When you believe that they don't work, or they're not working, or if you're questioning it and you're looking for proof, you're not going to find it. Because when you're looking for proof, you're doubting it, right? It's all about getting into that space of trust and faith that it's happening the way it's supposed to, and you're doing everything you can in your power to make it work for you, right? So I'm going to ask for the universal energies, our guides, our higher selves, to give us the messages that are going to best help us navigate the next upcoming weeks of energies. So I got my Activations Oracle deck, and I'm just going to pull it out for the general reading and see what comes up. And yeah, so if you're on live, you can put in the comments, let me know you're here, say hi. And then if you're wanting to pull a card, put a question in there. The more specific you are about the details of the question, the better, because then we can really dive deep and get you really solid answers, right? You ask vague questions, you're going to get vague answers. It's just how it works, right? So think about that. I want you to think about that when you're putting in the questions in the comments, okay? All right, let's see. Nothing's really coming out, which is very interesting. Oh, okay. Oh my God. Hi, Loretta. Oh, happy Easter to you too. Okay. So the cards that came out for the general reading, number 44, Universal Love, came out again, which is super ironic that we're still in that energy of universal love. I think that, of course, makes sense for what we're getting into, right? Just be soft and gentle on yourself and others, because you don't know what other people are going through, right? I mean, they could be snappy or moody or mean just because they're going through stuff and they don't know how to handle it and they don't know how to express themselves. So universal love, activating that love within your heart, seeing their soul within your soul, like connecting that way is a lot better than on the mind level, right? So the next one that came out was remembrance. This is more like remembering your inner strength, remembering your inner power. So it says, this card says, the frequency of remembrance supports our memory that everything we have gone through as a soul in a body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. So everything that we're going through is teaching us something, right? We can take away something from everything that we've gone through in life. It's just remembering that that is the key to moving through all this tough stuff, right? And the last card that came out for their general reading was healing. There is some healing coming in. And that's the thing too I want you to think about is these energies, it's not it's not scary. It's not a bad thing. Nothing horrible is going to happen. What's going to happen is healing. Now, healing sometimes can be hard because healing means that you have to deal with the stuff that has been keeping you down in order to break through. It's like a layer of onions. You have to go through one layer to get to the other layer, right? Healing is monumental, and I'm happy to see that the healing is coming out now. So healing is big. So the frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using information that comes through us, our senses, and harmonizing everything accordingly. So how are you harmonizing your life? How are you harmonizing in that way? Healing. What kind of healing are you bringing in to your life? That's big. So to put the story together, we have universal love, which is going to bring in our remembrance of how great we are, how powerful we are, how sovereign we are, how much strength you really have, right? And all that is going to equate to healing. So I love this. I love this. This is awesome, right? It is so cool. That's good. So navigating through universal love, remembering that we are healers. We can self-heal, by the way. You don't have to be you don't have to be attuned to a certain modality like Reiki or Qigong or, there's so many things out there, but we already have those energies in your awareness already, right? You already hold all the keys that you need to heal. Learning those modalities enhances those keys that we already have, right? It just it tunes it up a little bit more. It turns the frequency a little bit higher, right? And I think that's good. I think that's something that we need to all be aware of, is that you all have the ability to self-heal, whether it's spiritually, just practical things, day-to-day things, right? You all have this power. You all have this. We just forgot. So that's a part of the remembrance, remembering your power. All right. Well, if you are on live, this is the time where if you have any questions that you want to get some answers to, or if you have something that you're kind of working on, let me know in the comments. I will be giving the next little bit. I'm not going to be staying on too long today, but I can at least get 1 or 2 in. So yeah, I'll give you a few moments to put in any questions, comments, queries, what you're working on, what you want to enhance. What do you want to know about the energies coming up this week, right? What is it that's going to benefit you? Loretta, okay, so yes, I know I'm here to do God's work. So important. But what am I supposed to do first? I'm going to tell you a little secret on what to do first. Your biggest, the thing that makes you the most excited, the things that you're like geeking out about and you can't wait to do, those are the things you need to do first, right? Those are the things that are calling you the strongest. And so pay attention to that. Pay attention to, you know, what it is that lights you up, you know, and that's where you start. And then just follow the breadcrumbs. There's going to be breadcrumb after breadcrumb. I can't even, you know what I mean, right? Like there's going to be signs. So let's pull some cards for you, Loretta, and see what it has to say. I am going to use my Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light Oracle deck. And let's see what comes out. Yeah, it's just basically like follow your gut. Because you know, your soul knows your path. Your soul knows what you're supposed to do. And we come in forgetting it all on purpose. Because that's the game, right? And to be honest, the big things have a certain particular order of things that you need to do them in. But they'll come, right? It all just kind of falls into place as you're going through stuff. This deck is all over the map. Hang on here. My daughter is playing with the oracle cards and messing them up a little bit. Okay, let's tap into Loretta's energies. What do you feel that you need to do? That is the thing, is what do you feel? What do you feel in your heart? What is that excitement? What is that ping? Where is your excitement taking you? Where, you know, you got to really pay attention to that. Is it practical? Is it spiritual? What is it? Here we go. We got our one. Okay. Okay, so the first card that came out for you was Council of Light. So you have guides around you. You could be your own guide on the other side in a different aspect, a different part of you, right? There are tons of help. And whenever you feel that you need guidance, you got to tune in, right? You got to go within to get that guidance. And that's what this card is telling you. It's saying, okay, you want to know which direction to choose, but there is no right and wrong. So you can never get it wrong, right? It's always right, because whatever you're choosing is taking you into the direction of either finding out what you do want or what you don't want, right? You're just getting clarity, right? So go more towards the things that you do want. Don't be afraid to check out the things that you don't want, because then they may carry an aspect of things that may activate a memory from past lifetimes where you carry forward the seed, that seed that's going to sprout. And it's going to sprout into a remembrance of what you're here to do, right? So it says divine orchestration. Helpers are in subtle realms. They're in the subtle realms, those realms that you have to get quiet enough to connect to, right? So the next card that came out for you, Loretta, was Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising and you are the oracle. That's kind of fun, right? You are the oracle. So when you ask out there, you're like, okay, guides, what am I supposed to do? You're basically asking another aspect of yourself, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. We're in, like your higher self, if you think of it this way, is like a big cloud, and the droplets of rain is you, your other self, and another aspect of you, like on another plane, right, of existence. And it just multiplies from that. So there's so many parts of you out there that you just need to sometimes call them in. And then, you know, doing that is going to raise your vibration, is going to get you to that place where it's just going to start coming in easily. And then you're not even going to have to really ask, because it's going to come to you even before you even ask. That's important too, right? This card came up. I feel that there's a little bit of boundaries that need to happen. Boundaries in where you're spending your time and energy. You know, it says, where do you need to establish better boundaries? Maybe that's something that you want to look at, right? Where is it that you're spending too much of your energy that you don't need to be? It's not wasteful. It's not wasting it. It's basically just finding out what you don't want, right? Finding out what you don't need. And then it's going to give you more clarity on what you do need, right? To bring into your life. What are you trying to escape from? What are you running away from? Boundaries are going to help you kind of go more straight lined than going all over the place and wasting your energies. That's what I feel like this card's. Just let me know if this resonates with you. It's just what I'm picking up from this card, right? So you have a Council of Light that you can contact at any point in time. There's a Pillar of Light that is the Oracle. So you are the Oracle. So that column of white light that we bring down, that's information. That's your like line of information that you're connecting to. So connect to that column of white light above you more. The only thing is, before we start connecting to higher realms, we do want to ground into the earth to make sure that your body is grounded, so that you are not going to get exhausted. You're not going to exhaust yourself with too much higher frequencies, right? Just know that. And then establish the safe boundaries. That's what it's saying. All right. I hope that makes sense. I hope that you got something from that. All right. So if there's anybody else on that would like a reading, let me know right now. I will give you a few more minutes. Okay, I get that. Thanks. It does make sense. Good. Good. It's just these energies coming in right now. I mean, they've always been coming in, to be honest, but now we're at a phase of our human evolution that we're way more sensitive to it. And it's only because we're opening ourselves up to it, which is a good thing, because that means that we're evolving, we're growing as humanity, and that's a big deal. That's what we came here to do, right? And it's working. It's working, people. That is awesome. So I really hope that this is something that this week you can get the best out of it. If you don't get the best out of it, it may be for the best that you get whatever it is that you're getting from it, right? Tuning into that inner self. So tuning in, what I mean is just connecting with your heart chakra, because your heart chakra, when you open that up, because we tend to close off our hearts when we get hurt, when we feel that we're betrayed, or we feel that something bad's going to happen. We need to protect ourselves. We close off our heart, and that our heart is the strongest healing energies that we hold, right? So that's when we close ourselves off, we're actually doing the opposite of what we should be doing, right? So what I want to remind you for this week is just to activate and open that heart chakra. Be in that place. Just like the first card that I pulled was Universal Love, 44, right? Again, it's saying get into that place of the heart. Open it up. See what you can find with that. See if you can see somebody that you have a hard time with dealing, somebody that triggers you a lot. See if you can open your heart to them in a different way. Challenge yourself a little bit and see if you can make things shift. See how you can change things in your life, because without being challenged, without being shown, you know, that you are stronger than that, it's hard to move forward, right? And that's what we need to do. We can't stay stagnant because that's not going to do anything good for us, right? So it's just a reminder of tuning into your heart, opening it up, allowing yourself to be vulnerable too. That's the most important thing. All right, well, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me and being here. And yeah, so if, again, like I said, I have, Loretta is saying, yes, I've been doing the healing affirmations by Deepak Chopra. Good. My body is in the garden. My soul is beautiful affirmation. But it's an A to Z are fantastic, but his A to Z's are fantastic. Okay. See, and that's good. See, and I love that you're seeking these things out, because that is what's really going to push you, right? So again, these are the crystals that can help you the best this week, I feel. Getting into that place of groundingness. So lava stone is a very grounding stone too, right? So that's something that you really want to do. If you don't get a bracelet, then have a stone, the lava stones in your hand, hold them in your pockets. I still say that we need to have bras that have pockets on the sides, just so we can put our crystals in there, because I tend to put them in there, but then I lose them, you know, they fall out throughout the day. But that's why I like bracelets, so I can hang them onto my wrist. But yeah, so check those out. You can always check out the bracelets on my website, just myawakeningjourney.com/store. Check it out, see what you're connected with. And yeah, I will see you again next week. Much love. Mwah. Bye-bye.